Just taking a ride up in the mountains, y'all. I decided to get out and do some riding, that's all. The car's doing great. I haven't had to replace anything yet. I am gonna getting ready to go ahead and replace the water pump thermostat and get a new radiator. Not because I've had any issues with them, because I haven't. Nothing's leaking. I haven't had to do anything to the car since I had it. So I just be more comfortable by having these things replaced for my own comfort level, just so I know that I probably won't have any issues with it for a good while. In about a month or two, next I'll be replacing the fuel pump, and eventually, I guess by spring or around spring, leading into the summer, I'm gonna go ahead and have all the ignition coils replaced, just to make sure I don't have any issues with them. I change the oil every 3,000 miles. You know, new oil, new oil filter. The car has 220,884.2 miles at the very moment as I'm driving. And I gotta tell y'all, you cannot tell it. This car is amazing, and I really appreciate the previous owner, the original owner, for taking such good care of it. I couldn't have asked for a better town car. I passed up quite a few. I actually passed up 3 long wheelbase models because I really wanted to get it when I was considering town car. I really wanted to get my hands on a long wheelbase town car. What made me decide not to pursue getting one was I started thinking, well, if I was ever in an accident and I had to replace some of the body panels on the car, such as doors or whatnot, like the rear doors, how hard it might be to get my hands on replacement parts. So I decided to go with the regular wheelbase because they're more common. And so I passed up 3 long wheelbase model town cars and a whole bunch of the regular length town cars to get this one. This one, out of all the town cars that I was looking at, was the only one that had the original owner had it still. So all of the rest of the cars, especially the long wheelbase models, had been through like anywhere between 3 to 5 people. And actually one town car, one L model, had been through 6 previous owners. And so I didn't want a car that had been just owned by a whole bunch of people, because I mean, you definitely don't know what you're getting at that point. I actually, when I considered this particular car, I looked at it and I didn't know if I wanted it or not. It was a nice looking car, true enough, but I was like, I don't think I want that one. So I kind of forgot about it for like a month. And then something just told me, like, well, you need to just go and check that car. And I went and looked at the car, and just it was so clean, and when I drove it, it rode so well, and it was so quiet. I was like, I'm definitely getting this car. But I made a really good decision. I'm really happy with my purchase. It's been a great car. Like, I've had this car since June 3rd of 2020, last year, and I've had it almost a year. It's been like, what, 9 months or so? About 9 months around. I haven't had a day's worth of trouble with this car. This car has been just the most reliable cars I've ever had in my life, and I really mean that. It's been a great car, and like, when you're driving it, the interior isn't all squeaky. It's just been a really amazing car. Like, for the people who have bad things to say about Panther platform cars, or just cars in general, you get out of your car what you put in it. If you dog your car out and you ramshack it, what do you think that car is going to do for you? It's just like a person. If you're dating somebody, or if you're married and you treat that person like crap, eventually it's going to run out on you. It's going to leave you at some point. Just like a car. You get in it, you get out of it what you put in it. If you take care of it, it's going to take care of you. Plain and simple. This has been a great car. But back to what I was saying, for the people who have bad things to say about cars in general, but in particular the Panther cars, these are not bad cars at all. Like, these, if you take care of this car, it's gonna be there. And you know, they're not rust buckets like a lot of people think. Like, well, not the Baton car, but like a lot of people, you know, like the Ford Crown Victoria and the Grand Marquis. I see good examples, nice examples riding around all the time. And like I said, if you take care of something, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be around. And so that's exactly what I plan to do with this car. Like, I don't hot rod it. I don't try to. I mean, it's a luxury car. It's not meant to be a race car, and so I cruise along in it. I don't abuse it, and by the same token, it's not leaving me stranded anywhere. You know, I keep the fluids checked and changed regularly. It's just, you know, I plan on this being my forever car, believe it or not. I'm saying forever car. I hope it's never an accident or anything like that, but I definitely plan on keeping this car for many, many years. I actually plan on keeping this car until I'm old man. It's time for me, very old man, and it's time for me to leave this world. That's when I plan on passing this car down to somebody else, or at that point getting rid of it or whatever. Like, this is definitely gonna be the car that I keep. Out of all the cars that I've had, and like even the car that I have, not the second car that I have, it'll leave my hands before this one will. Like, this car here is reliable, and it's so cheap to maintain. It's like, it would be dumb for me to get rid of it. And like I said, it's just been a great car, so I'm holding on to it. But I don't really have a whole lot to say, because I basically want to just get on and let y'all know that I haven't neglected making my videos. I just basically haven't either had time, or it's been an issue with the weather that's been going on, and like, we just had some crazy weather, and it's been keeping me from making videos. And then to boot, the camera that I ordered from eBay never even got delivered to me, so I decided to just scrap the idea of using the camera of choice and just using my phone for a little while. and eventually I'll get a camera that I like and I'll start using it to make videos. But at the moment, I'm using my Google Pixel XL 2 XL, and yeah, so that's it. And you know, I might make a few comments here and there, but I'm just basically going for a cruise, y'all, on some backcountry roads in the mountains, and just enjoying the beauty, getting away from things, and relaxing, and just allowing myself to breathe for a little while. And that's all. Hope y'all enjoy it. one thing I do want to say is that one of the things that I had planned, my original plan when I got this car was, and also when I started this channel, was, I think I have it in, if you read my about section of this channel, you'll understand just what it is that I'm saying. And I have, I mean, it's similarly worded, but I basically wanted to do a, you know, some people have bad things to say about Panther platform cars, but I basically just wanted to show people that having a new car or buying a new car is not always necessary. Some people, I mean, you know, I'm not the type of person, I used to be, but I'm not the type of person nowadays that I don't need a new car for reliability. There are lots of older cars that are just as reliable, if not more reliable, or, you know, just as reliable as so-called new cars. You know, I consider I consider new cars throwaway vehicles. Like, they're so full of technology that when that technology fails, you basically have to get you a new car. That's why I prefer an older car. They're simple. You don't have to worry about them. If you maintain them properly, you won't have any trouble with them. And so for me, this is just basically a, you know, a test of durability. I want to see myself, you know, and I'm also, you know, giving it to the world to see as well. But this is basically for me. I want to see just how durable this car can be, how much I can get out of it when I take care of it, because I'm trying to live life. I'm not trying to sink a whole bunch of money into a vehicle. I've done that before and I'll never do it again. I promised myself a few years back that I would never do that again. I'd never sink a whole bunch of money into a vehicle, ever again. So I wanted to get a car that I could easily pay for with cash, just like that. And that's what I did. And so this is a true test of durability, you know. And I like luxury, so I didn't just want it. I didn't want just any old car. You know, I could have went out there and I could have got a Toyota Camry, a Honda Accord, or whatever. Those cars is not nearly. I mean, those cars are not comfortable like this. This car is butter smooth. The engine's quiet. Everything on this car is quiet. I mean, I'm riding at 50 miles an hour at the moment on this road, but as you can hear, this car is silent. Like, this car is super quiet, and I'm not talking loud. You don't hear a whole bunch of wind noise. Like, it's just you can't get this for the minimal price that I paid for this car. You cannot get this comfort, this level of comfort out of a Toyota Camry or a Honda Accord. I'm sorry, but you can't. And I could have, you can go to like a Lexus or something, like a LS400 maybe, but you're gonna pay more money for it. And then when it breaks, you're definitely gonna pay more money to fix it. But this is a true test of durability for me, for myself, to prove to myself that you can hold on to money by buying something real nice for a lot less than a lot of people are willing to, a lot of people are not willing to, sacrifice not having a new car for buying a used car. And I'm like, wow, it's just not necessary. So that's not what I'm gonna do. So I went and I bought this car, and I'm just proving to myself, basically, and proving to the world that you can buy used and still have a extremely reliable, great vehicle. And so far, I haven't been disappointed with this car. It's been amazing. It's been amazing, and I'm more than satisfied. Like, I really like it. I really enjoy this vehicle. I don't think I've ever said Actually, I'll just tell you straight up, like I've never felt for any other vehicle the way I feel for this car. Like this car right here, man, I thoroughly enjoyed this car. Like it's just so comfortable, and it's just been so reliable. I really enjoy it, and that's the reason why I definitely want to take care of it, and just really enjoy it, and that's all it is to it. I couldn't have made a better decision. I really couldn't, and I really think this car was meant for me to get this car. I really feel that way because I'm a firm believer in speaking things into existence, and I told myself, I guess about 2 years ago, I was like, well, I want a Lincoln Town car, and it's got to be a good one. It's gonna be a good one if I'm gonna get it. I'm not just gonna buy anything. So